be seated. Members of the faculty, distinguished trustees and guests, honored graduates, parents, spouses, family, and friends, welcome to the 175th commencement ceremony honoring the graduating class of 2025 of Baldwin Wallace University. My name is Linda Chase, and it is my privilege to serve the university as interim provost and as master of ceremonies for this event. Before we begin this ceremony, there are a few announcements and acknowledgments I would like to make. The safety and care of everyone attending the ceremony today are important. First, if anyone needs medical assistance during this ceremony, Health Services is set up to my left at the Red Cross sign. Second, we have a full house today and everybody should know where to exit the facility quickly and safely if needed. Please take a moment to identify your closest exit, which may be behind you. There are exits behind me on either side of the stage, to the left and the right of the track area, and along the back wall of the field house. Now let's take a second to recognize the BW Brass Choir under the direction of Director Kenneth Heinlein of the Conservatory of Performing Arts. The invocation will be offered by Reverend Harkness, Director of Spiritual Life. This will be followed by the national anthem. Afterward, Interim President Flanick will make welcoming remarks. Please rise if you are able, and will you please consider removing your caps for the prayer and anthem.
Today's ceremony is dedicated to the Reverend James Lawson, a prominent civil rights leader and nonviolent activist. He passed away on June 9, 2024 at the age of 95. He was known for his work alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and his role in training activists for the civil rights movement. Reverend Lawson was a Baldwin Wallace University graduate of 1951. Lawson, who grew up in Massillon, Ohio, came to BW to study sociology and quickly put his values into practice, joining the local chapter of the Fellowship of Reconciliation, as well as the Congress of Racial Equality. Before finishing his degree, he elected to be a conscious objector of the draft and was imprisoned for 13 months. Following his release, he finished his degree at BW and went on to spend 3 years in India as a Methodist missionary, where he studied Gandhi's methods of civil protest. Reverend Lawson returned to the U.S. and pursued his education further and started earning a degree from Oberlin College, where he met Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Inspired by King, Lawson began holding programs to teach nonviolent protest methods to students. King would later call him the leading theorist and strategist of nonviolence in the world. Today, we remember our Reverend Lawson, who walked this campus, learned in the same buildings as you, and is a model of courage and action that best exemplifies the BW spirit. Would you please join me in a spirit of prayer? Holy One, we pause in gratitude and thanks today as these who have completed their course of study come to be recognized and celebrated. We hope that celebration is not just celebration for academic achievement, but celebration is one of true commencement, the beginning of the next chapters in their lives. We pray that the next chapters cause them to be called to meaning and purpose in whatever field of work they go into, leaving the world a better place than they found it. We pray that these family members and friends who are gathered in joyful celebration have the opportunity to feel the pride and joy and to be able to go out with that same joy. We ask these things as we begin and say, Amen. Please be seated. Many family members and friends have come to join us for this occasion. Mothers, fathers, and guardians, you have provided encouragement, praise, and often financial support to make this special day possible. Thank you for entrusting your children to our care. Will the parents and guardians of our graduates please stand so that we can acknowledge and thank you for the important role you've played in this achievement. Others with us today also made sacrifices, provided encouragement and support, and observed the sleepless nights as graduates prepared for projects and papers. Husbands, wives, partners, and fiancés, please stand and be recognized. Many others are here as well: sons, daughters, grandparents, relatives, neighbors, and friends. I know you had an impact on the lives of our students. So please stand. Let us recognize you as well on this special occasion. And finally, our Yellow Jackets for Life. Will all alumni of Baldwin Wallace University please stand so we might recognize your return and your commitment. Thank you. I know the students are so pleased that you're all here, and as are we. With us today is a distinguished member and the chair of our Board of Trustees, Lee Thomas, seated to the right of the graduates. Are several more members of the Board of Trustees. The Board of Trustees provides outstanding leadership and contributes considerable amount of time, talent, and treasure to this institution.
Thank you, Lee, and the trustees for being here. I also want to mention two special guests with us. Over here, we have State Representative Mike Davila, an alumni of Baldwin Wallace University, class of '97. I also want to recognize our Lieutenant Governor, Jim Tressel, class of 1997, or 75. Sorry, Jim, I made you younger. Let me now introduce and congratulate a remarkable group of people who are the heart of this place, members of our faculty. They are talented, dedicated, knowledgeable, and deeply committed to learning and growth of our students. Will these members of the faculty and staff please stand so that these new graduates and their families can salute and thank you. Now, before we go on and honor our graduates, let us recognize the women and men in our audience, our faculty, staff, and graduate who have served in the military. Please stand. And finally, now to the graduates. All of us are here to honor you, the graduating class of 2025. The hundreds here today represent more than 900 students who will graduate from the university in 2025. You have worked hard to get here and deserve our congratulations on this very special occasion. You represent the best of BW, the relentless pursuit, your education in the face of a pandemic, and in the ways you carried the spirit of BW, every day is an inspiration to us all. Graduates, please stand and let everyone congratulate you for what you have done. Thank you. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today and our next president of Baldwin Wallace University, President-designate Lee Fisher, who begins his appointment on July 1st. Lee has forged a diverse and successful career spanning public, private, nonprofit, and academic sectors. Lee Fisher served 18 years in state-elected public office, including state representative, state senator, attorney general, and lieutenant governor for Ohio. He has worked as a law school dean, professor, member of a private college board of trustees, undergraduate teaching fellow, federal appellate law clerk, a private attorney, and a CEO of two nonprofit organizations, public, private company board director, and nonprofit board director. With accolades too numerous to mention that spanned all areas of his illustrious career, Fisher has been the forefront of national, state, and regional programs and initiatives that demonstrate his engagement, strategic planning, and leadership. In addition, he has a Master of Nonprofit Organization from the Case Western Reserve Mandel Center of Nonprofit Organizations. Fisher is also a graduate of the Case Western Reserve Weatherhead School of Management's Professional Fellows Program and was the Case Western Reserve University Presidential Fellow. Lee is a graduate of Oberlin College. We won't hold that against you. And earned his law degree from Case Western Reserve University. School of Law, where he was the first recipient of the school's Law Distinguished Recent Graduate Award. Lee is finishing up his duties as Dean of Cleveland State University College of Law, but he has spent considerable amount of time at BW in the past months preparing for his presidency. And we are grateful he and his equally accomplished wife, Peggy Zone Fisher, are here with us today. Please join me in welcoming our next president, Lee Fisher, to the podium.
You may have noticed that I'm not wearing my cap. That's because my wife Peggy says I have a very big head. So I want to give permission to all of you, because there's no air conditioning, at least during my remarks, to remove your cap as well, if you'd like. Reverend Harkness, Board Chair Thomas, President Flanick, Lieutenant Governor Tressel, State Representative Davila, distinguished platform participants and Board of Trustee members, and faculty and staff, alumni, my wife Peggy Zone Fisher, and our awesome graduates and your families and friends. It's an honor for me to be with you today. In fact, it's the honor of my lifetime to be the next president of this great historic university, Baldwin Wallace. Today, I want to talk to you about your future as graduates of BW, but I also want to talk for a moment about BW's future too, because I think they are intertwined. Because just as you are beginning a new chapter in your life, in some ways, so are we beginning a new chapter in the history of Baldwin Wallace. Now, I've given a lot of thought to what BW stands for, and I was going to share 5 messages with you today. But when I walked in and saw there was no air conditioning, I'm giving you 3 messages today. I will be sending an email to all of you with the other 2. And as I reflect on what the letters BW means, I've got 3, but there is one that I didn't know about until just today, when I heard one of our Board of Trustees, Mark Summers, tell me that when he was here as an undergraduate, BW stood for Big Weekend. And maybe it still does in some ways. But I've got some other meanings for BW. And the first one is, be who you are. Although I had the great privilege of serving in state public office for 18 years, I've had my share of setbacks and losses along the way. From president of Fernway Elementary School to Attorney General, I had never lost an election. And then in 1994, I lost my re-election for Attorney General. And I felt devastated. I felt lost. I felt without direction. Honestly, I felt like a failure. But there was a moment that election evening that changed everything for me. Literally everything. See, my wife Peggy and I have 2 children, Jason and Jessica. And Jessica was only 4 years old when I lost that election that night. So I was pretty taken aback when I saw her crying uncontrollably, because after all, she really didn't understand what an election was all about. But then she said something that I'll never forget. Holding back her tears for a moment, Jessica said, "Does this mean you won't be my daddy anymore?" You see, my daughter, at 4 years old, thought that me being Attorney General and being her father were the exact same thing. And so I wasn't going to be her daddy anymore. And her words that moment, and in the days ahead, when I was feeling sorry for myself, she helped me understand that my loss didn't define who I was. I had become so wrapped up in the title of public office of Attorney General, I think I had forgotten who I really was. And at that moment, I remembered. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a brother. I'm a son. And I'm a friend. And from that moment on, I started to look at my life and career differently, because if you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. There'll be moments in your life when you get so focused on your job or your career or trying to compete with someone else or trying to be like someone else, you may lose sight of who you really are and what's really important. But from the moment you were admitted to BW, we accepted you for who you are. Each of you is different and unique, and that's what makes you special and human. Be your authentic self, or as Dolly Parton once said, find out who you are and do it on purpose. My second message, aren't you feeling good? I'm already done with my first? Okay. My second message is BW gets better. BW means get better at who you are. Not just who you are, but get better at who you are. And I'm asking you to keep getting better at who you are every day for the rest of your life. Last night, we saw the Cleveland Cavs down 2 games and their backs up against the wall come back and win the 3rd game of the NBA playoffs. They got better at who they were. But last month, my wife Peggy and I saw something even more impressive than the Cleveland Cavaliers. We watched the BW women's basketball team in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament. We saw amazing BW student athletes who got better at who they were, not just every day, but every minute. In the game against Washington Lee, they started the game, Washington Lee's ahead 14-3. At the end of the first quarter, BW was down 21-15. And at halftime, BW was losing 34-29. But in the 3rd quarter, our team didn't just dribble and pass and shoot and rebound better. They got better as human beings. Now, what do I mean? They were more focused. They were more confident. They were more humble. They played not as individual players, but as teammates and friends who trusted and supported each other. They won that game 75-71 and went on to defeat Ohio Wesleyan and advance to the Elite Eight, and they deserve our applause. As Peggy and I watched Sadie Aaron and Emily Irwin and Alec Johnson, Kaylee Ressler, Bella Valiant, and all their other teammates, we saw them getting better at who they were before our very eyes. And they didn't do it alone. They were coached and mentored by 2 fantastic coaches. Sherry Hare, the all-time winningest basketball coach in the Ohio Athletic Conference history, and her fantastic assistant coach, Cody Hartzler. They helped our student athletes to get better, and not just at who they were, but better as players and human beings. Because being who you are and getting better at who you are is called character. It's that inner voice that whispers in your ear that you can do this. It's your inner compass that gives you compassion and courage and trust. It's that force that makes us better versions of ourselves day after day, choice after choice. Dr. Peter Ray and Dr. Alan Culp, the co-founders of BW's Center for Innovation and Growth, wrote a great book about leadership. And I'll sum it up for you in one sentence. When you get better at who you are, you get better at what you do. And here's my 3rd and final message. BW means make this a better world. My mother-in-law, Mary Zone, and my father-in-law, Mike Zone, were married in September 1944 during World War II. Just 3 days after they were married, Mike Zone went off to fight in World War II for his country. And 90 days later, he was captured as a prisoner of war by the Nazi Germans and was a prisoner of war in a concentration camp. And Mary thought she would never see her husband again. Her life was turned upside down. But thankfully, the next year, in 1945, Mike and the other prisoners who were still alive were liberated by the U.S. Army. And he returned to Cleveland to start a grocery store and to raise a family. But his children always wondered how he survived when younger men and stronger men and healthier men did not. But one day, Mary Zone pulled out of the closet Mike Zone's diary, still legible to this day, that he kept as a prisoner of war. And then it became clear how he survived. The names of the 9 children he would someday raise, one of whom is my wife today. But even more interesting, Mike Zone was an Italian who loved to eat pasta, but had no idea how to cook it, and there were intricate pasta recipes throughout the pages of the diary. So how did he survive? He could see beyond the cruelty of the guards. He could see beyond the barbed wire. He could see something that some of the other men could not. It was his future. It kept him alive. It gave him hope. But it also gave him something else. It gave him an intangible commitment to change the lives of other people too, to help them get better at who they are. And so the reason he survived in many ways is that he could see his future, he could taste his future, but he also gave him the burning desire not only to survive, but to help others better at what they do and the world a better place. So Mike returned to Cleveland, started a grocery store. He remembered his time as a prisoner of war and was determined to live a life of giving back. When his poorest customers couldn't pay for their food, he gave it to them for free. And years later, his neighbors, who loved him, elected him to the Cleveland City Council. But something changed. In 1967, a black man by the name of Carl Stokes ran for mayor of the city of Cleveland. And all the councilmen from the black neighborhoods supported Carl Stokes. And all the councilmen in the white neighborhoods supported the white candidate, Seth Taft, except one. Mike Zone and his family supported Carl Stokes, and he and his family paid a heavy price. Peggy and her brothers and sisters were shunned and ridiculed by the very people that Mike had served unselfishly for years. Their neighbors told their children not to play with Peggy and her brothers and sisters. That November, Carl Stokes was elected the first black mayor of a major American city, and Mike Zone went on to become, years later, one of the most influential leaders in Cleveland's history. I want you to be who you are, and I want you to get better at who you are, but it isn't all about you. It doesn't stop with you. As you continue to get better who you are, I ask you to take your leadership skills and help make this a better world. Pope Leo XIV, in his first address as Pope to the crowd in St. Peter's Square just a few days ago, said, "We must seek together to build bridges and dialogue and receive each other with open arms." John Baldwin, the founder of our university, regarded his fortune and his work and his life to be used to make a better world. So now let me talk about BW's future, because all this is true of BW's future too. Just as you must be who you are and not how others may want you to be, so too must BW be who we are and not to try to be something we are not. And just as you must keep getting better at what you do, so too must BW focus on our unique strengths and get even better at who we are and what we do. And just as I asked you to do all you can to make this a better world, so too must BW remember that our mission is educating a new generation of leaders like you who will change the world. Each of you chose to study and to learn the last 4 years of your life like most people won't, so that you can make a better world like most people can't. So BW means be who you are. BW means get better at who you are. And BW means do all you can do wherever and whenever you can to make this a better world. The world needs you now more than ever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lee, for delivering our commencement address. I'm very much looking forward to your start date. It has been an honor to serve the university as interim president, and I am confidently handing the reins over to you, your expertise, and your vision. Traditions at Baldwin Wallace University include the conferral of an honorary degree upon our distinguished speaker. Those degrees are bestowed upon individuals who, through their professional and personal lives, provide living examples of the qualities this institution prizes and the qualities that we would like our students to aspire to in their own lives. It is our privilege today to confer an honorary doctorate degree on Lee Fisher and welcome him as a valued member of our university. I ask Dr. Lisa Henderson, Associate Provost of Baldwin Wallace, to the podium.
Interim President Flanagan, it is my honor to present Lee Fisher as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. His commitment to higher education, leadership, and community service has had an impact on the lives of those who live, work, and attend college, and is demonstrated through his dedicated career. His work acts as a model for elevating communities to which we belong and inspires all of us to live a life with meaning. Because of his strong leadership and countless contributions to improve the futures of students, I present Lee Fisher.
Lee Fisher, we are proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. We present with you this diploma as a certificate of this honor and invite you to be invested with a hood that is emblematic of your degree. Congratulations. Welcome to YJ4L.
Thank you.
Class of 2025, from the moment you stepped foot on this campus as first-year students through the steps you take today toward this stage, each of you has forged a unique path. A path that at times needed the support from faculty mentors or devoted staff, and at times we challenged you. COVID challenged you, as it challenged us all. Yet each of these challenges unleashed your greater potential. Many of you, despite these circumstances, became leaders, stayed engaged at BW, and grew as people. You joined the tens of thousands of BW alumni who forged their own paths right here on this campus, but few have been as unique as yours. Each and every one of the graduating students here today has made a great impact on this university. We need to take a moment and thank you. Thank you for helping us. You helped us figure out what to do during the pandemic, and you stuck with us, and for that, we are grateful. I would like to acknowledge those graduating students recognized with the Outstanding Senior Award for Excellence in their university endeavors. Please stand when I call your name. Deja Brown. Claire Fisher. Mallory Glancy. Alec Johnson. Kaylee Ressler. Ursula Sade. Sean Summers. Ruby Thomas. Justin Verhosik. And Jenna Whaley. Let's applaud the entire group with me now. BW has another beloved tradition called the White Rose Ceremony that recognizes 27 graduating women who have contributed to the BW community and best exemplify the values of BW. This has been a tradition at BW since Flora Gold attended Baldwin Wallace and began our university's first library. With the 2025 recipients of the White Rose Honor, please stand and be recognized. I now recognize Amory Horn, Vice President of the senior class, to come forward with a message for our graduates. Thank you.
Hello, once again, my name is Amari Horn. Congratulations to us all, class of 2025. To my right is the BW Ring of Ribbons. This ring as a reminder of our place in the all-going heritage of Baldwin Wallace University. The tradition of this ring was begun by the graduates of 1915, and it holds the colors of each graduating class of Baldwin Wallace seniors since that year. As we add our colors, we continue the never-ending story of BW. As a class, a gold color ribbon was added to the ring in honor of our first year on campus. And now we add a cranberry ribbon at the completion of our journey here at Commencement. Remember that we are all part of the never-ending story of BW. I charge you to uphold the honor and tradition that it represents as you continue to pursue excellence in your careers and lives as proud new alumni at BW. Congratulations again. And one last time, join me in our all jackets cheer. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all not ready. Come on, I need everybody's hands up, okay? Oh, come on, louder. Oh, jackets!
Graduates, you have worked hard to get here, and we are pleased to greet you and congratulate you on your accomplishment. I will now recognize those undergraduate students who have earned academic honors in their undergraduate record. Summa cum laude, with highest honors, is used to designate the graduates who have earned a 3.9 or better throughout their academic career. There are 87 summa cum laude graduates. Will those persons please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you. 80 persons have earned the designation of magna cum laude with high honors indicative of a 3.75 average or better. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. 65 persons have earned the designation of cum laude, with honors having a 3.6 average or better. Will those persons please stand and be recognized? Thank you. The Dayton C. Miller Honor Society was established at Baldwin Wallace to recognize those students who have consistently maintained superior academic achievement. There are 58 in this graduating class. Would the members of the Dayton C. Miller Honor Society please stand so we can recognize you? Congratulations to all, and thank you. The Honors Program challenges students to complete an enhanced curriculum in the liberal arts and provides numerous growth opportunities related to research, service, and leadership development. Would the 17 students graduating from the Honors Program please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you. In 1859, John Baldwin Jr. established a prize known as the Milton T. Baldwin Prize to be awarded to the member of the graduating class who has completed all coursework as of the date of commencement and who holds the highest rank in scholarship for the university course of study. There are 22 graduates who have earned perfect 4.0 GPAs. Our winner this year has consistently held the highest grades over 4 years and completed all of their courses here at BW. Derek K. Schroffstetter is a double major in music and music education and will be receiving both a Bachelor of Music and a Bachelor of Music Education today. Derek, will you please come forward so we can honor you? Interim President Flanick and Mr. Thomas, as we turn to the conferral of degrees, I am now pleased to report that this faculty has certified that the candidates whose names you will hear have met the university requirements for participation in this commencement ceremony. These students are candidates for the degrees of Master of Accountancy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Medical Science, Master of Public Health. There you go. Master of Science, Bachelor of Applied Arts and Business, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I have the honor to present these candidates to you.
We are about to confer degrees on the graduates. Before I do, I want to mention that included in this group for the first time are graduates of our 4-year nursing program. Fourteen graduates have earned their Bachelor of Science in Nursing. This program was established 4 years ago, and you each smartly chose BW. As we all know, the need for nurses in our region is great, and these graduates, along with the graduates of our post-bachelor ABSN program, are helping to fill that need. Interim President Flanagan, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Trustees of Baldwin Wallace University, I authorize you on behalf of the board to confer on each of these candidates the degree earned as certified by the faculty and the provost of the university. I extend congratulations from the board to these graduates who will join the ranks of our alumni family at Baldwin Wallace University. With this degree comes great responsibility and expectation that you will do incredible things in your professional careers, personal lives, and contribute in many ways to help build a just and vibrant society. I wish you all the best as you continue your journey.
Thank you, Dr. Chase and Mr. Thomas. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Upon the recommendation of the interim provost of the university, the certification of the faculty, and the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of authority vested in me by our board and the state of Ohio, it is my pleasure to confer your degrees with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities thereto appertaining. I invite the seniors to now move the tassels of your caps as emblematic of your degrees that you've earned from the left side of your cap to the left side of your cap. You may be, sorry about that. In the past, presidents have forgotten to do this part, so I'm one step ahead. Move it to the left side of your cap, and you may be seated. I now invite the faculty marshals to escort our new alumni to come forward to receive their diploma cases as a symbol of the degree. Leading the processions are our graduate students who've earned master's degrees in Master of Accountancy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Medical Science, Master of Public Health, and Master of Science. Their commitment to lifelong learning provides key professional credentials that will continue to advance each of their respective careers and provides an excellent example for undergraduate students who are seated behind them. As a tangible symbol of their attainment, I call to the audience attention to my right, your left, where you will see the master's degree recipients invested with a hood emblematic of their advanced degrees. Now joining us to read names is Dr. Lena Crane, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Crane.
Receiving a Master of Accountancy, Alexandria K. Armbruster. Joseph R. Barnes. Michael Andrew Beard. Hayden Carreras. David Forcier. Robert Searcy. Receiving a Master of Business Administration, Olivia Barris. Jessica Ratkowski-Bittner. Jonathan Acree. Tyler A. Brake. Camille J. Brissett. Barbara Chapin. Madison Taylor Colgrove. Giovanni Coloza. Mitch Dirksen. John H. Haberman. Imani Harris. Theodore Hoffmeister. Seth D. Johnson. Sunaina Kadbakar. Victoria Leiby. Samuel J. Lopiccolo. Emily Lauren Martis. Gerline Matharu. Abdullah Mohammed. Hope Christian Murphy. Andrea Marie O'Donnell. Mira O'Malley. Renee Oclea. Shauna Ola. Caitlin Louise Olek. Chloe Opperman. Zachary A. Ottenweller. Juliette Carolyn Penrod. Robert Harrison Palmieri. Paul Otto Preby. Scott Raber. Jarshay Randleman. Tyler Rowe. Alyssa Ann Scatino. Diana Sramick. Vesna Stevic. Jennifer N. Swick. Jenna Marie Taylor. Jordan C. Walker. Jelani Ricardo Watts. Julie Wetzel. Marley Wilder. Yasmila Yohendran. Jocelyn N. Zach. Receiving a Master of Arts in Education, Michael G. Brown. Shelby Brumfield. Alexander Chapin. Jocelyn Marie Deemer. Emily Fagan Zerm. Casey Geschke. Nicholas Giamarco. Stephanie A. Grant. Craig Allen Jenkins. Dylan Kamik. Cole Lopez. Isabella Luciano. Nancy Ann Martin. Corey Elizabeth Ritzert. Alyssa M. Robinson.
Hello, Dr. Green. Hi, honey.
Gabriela Rolim da Silva Figuero. Emma Sack. Jasmine Yvette Thomas. Hallie Marie Vavris. Peggy Hill Woodson. Receiving a Master of Medical Science, Lauren Baldwin. Samantha Bedo. Emily G. Dickin. Mackenzie Elizabeth DeLuke. Grace Fink. Madison E. Frank. Grace V. Gerber. Jacob Graves. Andrew C. Halfley. Jacob Haschek. Mary Claire Hubble. Lexi Knight. Lydia Ann LaBarbera. Josiah B. Lander. Madeline Eve Lucia. Shem J. Miller. Skylar Lynn Miner. Kaylin Ray Monet. Jaden R. Moore. Kennedy Newhart. Michaela Query. Jenna Richardson. Jennifer A. Richardson. Emily Frances Ritter. Caroline May Sigdal. Jenna M. Siriani. Bailey Smith. Bailey West Stoddard. Emily Kate Wolf. Receiving a Master of Public Health, Asia Aretskin Harriton. Taylor Nicole Brown. Milvin Bryson. Lori Sisa. Sophia Gabriela Chacon. So sorry. Samantha Ann Cook. Edith Anana Juma. Habib Mohammed. Lily Divine Patton. Receiving a Master of Science, Tara L. Adams. Yusra Atahar. Catherine Elaine Anderson. Grace Elizabeth Brandt. Emily A. Clemson. Amanda Kate Herring. Lucy Hubin. Madeline Allison Keel. Caitlin LaGuardia. Annalise Marie Laughlin. Haley Elizabeth Long. Zoe Leanne Lau. Emma Grace McDonald. Lauren Montler. Jenna Nicole Mayak. Nancy T. Wing. Paxton Noel Orndorff. Kayla Ann Paul. Mackenzie Rivas. Sophia Schneider. Julia Diona Sherrill. Isabella M. Snyder. Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Arts, Kaylee Bilak. Kevin J. Hawk. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Rahab Sadi Shaheen. Megan H. Sturdivant Lucian. Justin Verhosik. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Ryan J. Acevedo. Autumn A. Allen. Gwyneth Pauline Amalong. Andrina Celeste Anderson. Matthias Andujar. Jamia Bassett Hightower. Victoria Elizabeth Batcher. Matthew Beck. Aiden Bennett. Ty Warren Bogicus. Caden Bombach. Preston Botos. Evan Boyd. Daniela D. Bravo. Deja Rose Brown. Joachim M. Brown. Lillian Brunk. Rochelle Marie Bruno. Anna Burrow. Sarah Elizabeth Berger. Elizabeth Ann Burns. Thomas Busser. Tyler Byers. Nicholas Calarco. Maxwell H. Carrier. Angela M. Case. Jacob Douglas Catron. Andrew R. Chase. Meredith Shervanack. Julie E. Childers. Richard J. Chilson. Alexandra Ciccarello. Seamus Coberly. Alexis Josephine Coggins. Asha Coleman. Lauren Comack. Brady Compton. Julia Celine Conrad. Brandon James Burkhart. Logan J. Cook. Leo Cook. Shekinah Glory Crawford. Ryan Joseph Curry. Mark A. Davis Jr. Avery Marie Debevois. Alexander Louis DeCuzzi. Luke D. Demerly. Lauren Denman. Michael P. Devlin. Haley Devney. Julia Devney. Joseph DiBiasio, Elise Dobbins, Marlena Dorman, Aiden Michael Dobson, Bryce Douglas, Angelina I. Dudley, Brandon M. Eddy, Natalie Eddy, Molly E. Edwards, Rachel A. Evanoff, Brianna Fagler, Claire Ellen Fisher, Reed T. Fisher, Brian A. Flowers, Jr., Randall D. Forshee, McKenna Forster, Brendan P. Frank, Andrew J. Gable, Madison Gilliland, Adalyn Z. Godsey, Kali Good, Julia L. Gorski, Savannah M. Gower, James Andre Graham, Madeline Graves, Sarah Griffin, Thomas Allen George Kelly Hall, Braden M. Hamilton, Allison E. Hand, Hallie Harder, Melanie Hart, Delilah Hartledge, Jason Raymond Heisler, Miles N. Heisey, Mattie M. Hicks, Elise A. Hill, John C. Hindman, Ethan Hines, Jaden Christopher Hinton, Jonathan Charles Horowitz, Zachary Martin Ritz, Caitlin N. Hughes, Rhiannon Hunter, Isabella Issa, Irene Bobbitt Jayapandian, Lily A. Johns, Robert E. Judson, Brandon R. Kelly, Abigail S. Kessler, Caitlin Kilbane, Austin M. Kingsley, Hayden Kissoon, Kayla Knesny, Rachel Marie Korba, Owen Thomas McLean Kovaleski, Catherine Tilly Kramer, Tabitha R. Krupp, Zachary W. Kurt, Victoria Lapka, Catherine Mary LaRue, Trevor Oren Leidy, Megan J. Lindsay, Carly Ray Lintz, Michael Love, John Lutz, Meredith H. McCord, Tristan McCutcheon, Rachel McElwain, Colin Nicholas McGlinch, Ethan Parker McKinney, Jace Nicholas McNulty, Rennick Mellon, Sophia Mendez, Margaret A. Mock, Ava Moore, Maya Morris, Mackenzie Morcillo, Natalie Mascarino, Noah Mowry, Olivia Nassif, Madeline Nathaniel, Daniel L. Nelson, Brooke L. Newsom. Jackai Nichols. Nicholas R. Nurnberg. Maya Norman. Carson Owens. Genevieve E. Parks. Julia Parso. Alyssa Pazzo. Maya Penvose. Tyler Perkins. Michael Vincent Petrella. Abigail Faye Pfeiffer. Surafel Y. Phillips. Davis Pickett. Carrie Irene Pizzo. Breck A. Poyman. Sarah Michelle Pounder. Timothy J. Pryber. Gabriella E. Ram. Joshua M. Ray. Dominic Roberts. Carolyn A. Rohr. Jack Henry Ross. Sophia Rossero. Vincent Ruggieri. Ursula Nelly Sade. Emily Sabo. Jessica Lynn Marie Sambor. Emma E. Sarkissian. Amanda Schaefer. Darcy Shane. Griffin Shane. Garrett J. Scott. Brianna Elizabeth Seffick. Kelsey Sargent. Athena Savastos. Adam J. Sheldon. Gavin C. Shin. Gianna Schultes. Morgan Showalter. Samuel J. Sikorsky. Robert J. Simon. Nadira Liana Siri. Jillian J. Smith. Caitlin A. Smith. Lokalani Mary Smith. Maximilian D'Artagnan St. George. Haley Marie Stallnicker. Emma Gray Stamper. Arundel J. Stevens. Marco Stiliana. Brenna Stein. Andrea Strazzani. Leah Alexis Sunderman. Kelsey P. Swain. Eric R. Tagg. Arta Tashi. Jacob Michael Toth. Kara Elizabeth Tulk. Lino Franco Valletta. Matthew J. Varney. Ethan Ward. Callista Wasick. Devin Alyssa Weber. Justin D. Waitman. Taryn Welt. Thomas West. Angelique Joyce Whitman. Shauna Michelle Witt. Ethan Wilson. Jensen L. Wolf. Madeline Grace Bolter Wood. Ryan C. Yansens. Ella Ann York. Hunan Zerob. Nicole Ann Zidlicki. Susan Elizabeth Zunick. Receiving a Bachelor of Fine Arts, Kyle A. Arzaga. Greta H. Bedell. Andrew Brandstetter. Calvin Alcid Cavanero. Chloe M. Sear, Nash Filer, Connor Crone, Evan Wilson Monsky, Andrew Timmons. Receiving a Bachelor of Music, Jack R. Borenstein, Eileen Ray Brady, Blake Alexander Collins, Imar Malik Coldbreath, Trevor J. Gill Snow, Julia R. Grady, Ava J. Grimes, Bryn Nicole Govidonovich, Benjamin Michael Hall, Hyunwoo Jong, Ayana Kaye Johnson, Danielle R. Kagi, Michaela R. Kelly, Jaden Ladder, Evan Lilienthal, Jacob Lashewski, Renee E. Long, Kate Day Magosi, Zoe A. McLean, Anthony Mejia, Trey John Bernard Milkowitz, Caitlin M. Murphy, Kazuma Nakamura, Margaret M. Newcomb, William T. Nicholson, Jaden W. Norman, Praise C. Ornica, John P. Prisco, Catherine Ritzma, Lydia A. Smith, Jeffrey Thomas Snow, Gideon Temple, Caitlin Tiemens, Jordan Timmons, Francis Venata, Jonah Max Warhaft, Adam David Seidler. Receiving a Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education, Derek K. Schroffstetter. Jeffrey Alejandro Spradling. Receiving a Bachelor of Music Education, Lilia J. Chapman. Catherine J. Christ. Zane Alec Cunningham. Caden J. Davis. Elizabeth Euchre. Mallory R. Gillerow. Noah D. Johnson. Rachel A. Kukta. Kawitha Grace Nelson. John Brian Sheets. Veronica R. Trist. Receiving a Bachelor of Science, Emily Adams. Nariman Ahmed. Abby Elizabeth Albrecht. Lucy Antonescu. Sadie Arend. Kirsten P. Aslanides. Amal R. Assad. Avery Basia. Lauren M. Calvi. Anika M. Capetillo. Zachary C. Shaban. Abigail Mary Collier. Paul Robert Couch. Ashley L. Curtis. Grant Davis. Benjamin A. de Guzman. Mara Ann Devine. Ermaili Diaz Olguin. Richard W. Dilworth. Sarah Bachman. Haley Banville. Ella Barth. Brennan M. Bale. Brennan M. Benkowski, Dominic Raymond Biagiotti, Aaron C. Billman, Brett J. Blyce, Alexander Joseph Bahalowski, Broden Alexander Bostwick, Grace Elizabeth Bowman, Mackenzie L. Burns, Madeline Rose Ford, Lauren Frank, Cole Frisbee, Joseph A. Gentilin, Caleb A. Gindelberger, Gina M. Glaw, Lauren Elizabeth Golias, John Green, Marissa Kelly Hall, Sinai J. Handy, Aaron S. Harris, Thomas Dean Hickman, Rebecca P. DeCipio, Hannah Bryn Dodson, Emily Dreyer, Nathan Xavier Duda, Julie M. Dunlap, Lamis El Madoun, Roba Hossam El Shafi, Alex Etheridge, Olivia Fairchild, Connor Foodie, Julia Fathauer, Mary P. Hyros, Amari A. Horn, Emily H. Hughes, Abdulrahman Hussein, Aziza Maya Lewis, Jasmine E. Yonke, Maya Yekich, Eve Johns, Alec Johnson, Anthony M. Kaki, Mariah L. Kime, Joshua D. Kaziek, it's okay. Joseph Patrick Kelly, Noah E. Kenyon, Carly A. Kern, Jack W. Kielmeyer, Mason R. Kiesel, Jaden W. Kinnear, Sydney E. Klingshern, Martin Lachlan Conan, Kyla Kos, Alexia S. Kumar, Matthew Kunchik, Zach R. Kern, Hayat S. Lasheb, Noor Osama Lasheen, Will K. Lasky, Roman Lebed, Madison N. Lester, Pavel S. Lindrose, Carter Thomas Lloyd, Isaac M. Lundblad, Nasim Hussam Mali Gentile, Suglio Emma Suglia Masha, Meloreni Maria Mavroidis, Matthew R. McGee, Tommy McQuarrie, Taylor N. Miklos, Denasia Alice Mills, Reagan R. Minarchik, Alyssa J. Musat, Emily Vera Novak, P.J. Oshman, Kushi Patel, Pranav Patel, Joseph D. Petrella, Victoria L. Petrensic, Caleb Lowell Alley Pierce, Zachary Petrus, Timothy G. Plyler, Ryan J. Price, Ella Grace Quick, Catherine G. Robolt, Ian Reffert, Lauren Alana Reed, Kaylee Christine Ressler, Lauren Riccardi, Phyllis M. Robinette, Aubrey N. Rouser, Samantha Rueda, Abraham F. Sabia, Alyssa Marie Sagi, Bryce Wilson Sanders, Riley Shar, Charlie Dale Schock, Jamie Scheiman, Owen T. Schultz, Haley N. Swati, Elijah Dominique Sheffield, Robert Carl Sievers, Caitlin R. Sizer, Kristen O. Sperber, Riley Clara Stamper, Natalie Marie Stewart, Joseph M. Straub, Sheng Naya Wei, Haley M. Roach, Devin T. Suggs, Sean Summers, Allison Savita, Marissa Svoboda, Colin Bonifacio Robinson, Kaleu M. Tellis, Naka A. Thayer, Ruby Ann Thomas, Alexander Bennett Thompson, Liliana B. Tope, Emily Joan Torres, Emma K. Trost, Clara G. Tobacopoulos, Jackson Connor Tupa, Isabella Vaillant, McKenna Ray Wojtek, Xavier Walker, Ryan R. Weitz, Sanibel Mia Whalen, Avery Catherine Wilkes, Kaylin Carolyn Williams, Brandon Yarich, Zachary M. Zool, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Education, Morgan Ann Briley, Andrew W. Dixon Jr., Mallory B. Dondorfer, Julia H. Delaney, Rachel E. Forbach, Madeline H. Forrester, Mallory Nicole Glancy, Emma Elizabeth Kleem Goliath, Greta Ray Grafis, Gabriella May Heidemann, Samantha R. Heiss, Karina J. Iraeda, Emily Jo Irwin, Austin J. Keller, Brendan M. Laboda, Colin M. McGlynn, Faith K. Myers, Kaylee A. Neal, Zachary M. Newbeck, McKenna Claire Patton, Alice Marie Perenzi, Liliana Elise Podolsky, Sophia Amari Ruiz, Caitlin N. Salvo, Mackenzie Ann Shelton, Olivia Rose Toman, Lily Ella Vucenovic, Ariana Brielle Wade, Aaron Ray Welsh, Allison Zavigna, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Michael Del Santo II, Madison K. Formani. Abigail Marie Heller. Carla Jacobs. Olivia Ray McIntyre. Kiara C. Milko. Luke T. Minnick. Caitlin Marie Scott. Sydney Jean Simonson. Mackenzie J. Smith. Alden Steele. Caitlin A. Timon. Samantha Ann Varga. Jenna Ann Whaley. Receiving a Bachelor of Science, Orestes Zervaska. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts, David Timmons. We recognize also 4 members of the men's baseball team. Did you all hear that? That was important stuff. We recognize also 4 members of the men's baseball team who are currently competing in the OAC Championship Series and while not physically present have received their degrees today. Brandon Gelpy, Cade Swisher, Dylan Snyder, and Eric Good.
Graduates, you've embarked on your education at a time of unprecedented challenge. Many of you began your studies here at Baldwin Wallace in the midst of a global pandemic. Yet, in those uncertain times, you chose Baldwin Wallace University and persevered. Your resilience and determination have brought you here today, and we couldn't be more proud of you. Today, we applaud the graduates who are here with us in person, but I also want to take a moment to congratulate those who may be watching from home and celebrating with their families online. Let's have a round of applause for every graduate named in today's program. Congratulations. Before we go, I want to offer a word of thanks. In these past few years, learning has become a shared journey. Whether in a classroom or on a screen, we learn side by side. Your faculty and mentors had to adapt to new technologies, and you rose to every challenge. Thank you for your curiosity, your patience, and for pushing us to explore new ways of teaching. You have made Baldwin Wallace stronger by showing us the power of innovation, flexibility, and heart. I also want to offer you a word of hope as you look to the future. You're graduating into a world evolving through technology and disruption, where your resilience and adaptability will be your greatest asset. And when you are ready, I am confident that you will harness your knowledge and skills to connect people and make a positive impact. Take what you've learned here in your studies and through adversity and use it to build a more compassionate, just, and sustainable future. I'd like to leave you with a piece of wisdom from one of my late mentors and teachers, Ray Brown. Words I've carried with me ever since. He said to me as I walked off the flight line graduating from flight school, while the lessons and practical exams may be over, your toughest exam is yet to come. Experience will be your toughest teacher because it gives the test first and the lesson afterward. As you embark on the next chapter of your life, know this: you've earned more than a Baldwin Wallace degree. You've built resilience, sharpened your instincts, and developed the tools to navigate whatever exam experience throws at you. Lead with courage. serve with purpose, and never stop learning. It has truly been a privilege to learn with you. Your time is now. Make it count. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are about to close our ceremony today. Thank you for participating, and my warmest congratulations. We conclude this ceremony with a benediction, which will be offered by Reverend Harkness. Following the benediction will be the singing of the BW Alma Mater, after which you may remain seated until the marshals release you for the recessional. Please stand for the benediction and our Alma Mater.
As we come to a close this afternoon, please join me in a spirit of prayer. We give again thanks for all of these who have now received their degrees. We hear the words and the challenge of our next president to make a better world. To make a better world through the lives that we live, through the work that we do, through the understanding of self, through discovery and seeking. And now, empower each one to do so when it's time to stand up, to be seen, to speak up, to be heard, and to sit down, to be appreciated. Congratulations, graduates.
I need you to grab that plate right here. Before we begin the recessional, standing here is Dr. Bob Maravich, professor of piano and a friend of mine. He is holding the mace with the emblem of Baldwin Wallace. This honor is bestowed on the longest-serving faculty member. Dr. Maravich has been teaching at Baldwin Wallace for 49 years. This is his last commencement. He is retiring after today. Bob, thank you for your dedication and service to Baldwin Wallace. Bob, one last time, please lead us out.
Thank you.